get right into it. So the first thing you need to understand is the notation. Now there are many ways to do this. You can do side step and then press back and repeat it like this. To do this on stick, if you're this is on player one side or left side, you use your thumb to push back as you press down to cancel your side step. The idea is to take this slowly. It's better to do very slow ones than to do very quick ones, because the whole idea is to, if you're at the wall, then you can basically get away from the wall as fast as possible. But you know, some people like to show off or whatever. Maybe they've got the execution for it. Unfortunately, my wrist is still bad, so I'm having some problems with my execution at the moment. But anyways, that's one side. You can also do into foreground or background, even not foreground, like this. And I'm only using my thumbs for this, just for demonstration purposes, but ideally I would be using kind of all my fingers to kind of catch the stick from flying about too much. So if we go back, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is using quarter circle motions. So quarter circle down, which is back, back and down, and then quarter circle up, which is back, up, back and up. So it looks like this in slow. Now notice when I'm doing this motion, I'm making a C, so I'm kind of doing this with the stick. Okay, it's kind of like doing the Korean backdash, where you that sort of motion, because you're kind of making that motion. Except what you do is you actually go, and instead of stopping back there or back, you go and stop there. So like this. And if you want, you can even draw a C with that, and you'll get it. Now notice that I'm not exactly riding the rails. I'm simply trying to understand where my micro switches are, and then using that as a means to move faster, because they are getting back into neutral very faster than riding the rails, because there's less distance to travel. That's why I'm able to do a little bit more faster, but the concept is still there. And if you look on the command history, you can see that there are down, up, back and down, but the game does register that you know I'm doing something along those lines or side step. And obviously you can do the other way as well. And same things applies as well. You just draw a C. Sorry, the stick's being a little funny today. And another thing you can do is you can kind of throw the stick a little bit as well if you want. So like that, and you already got away from the wall. Or even draw a circle. You can even draw a circle. But I will try not to hold it, because if you hold it for too long and ride the rails, you're just going to jump around, and you don't want to do that, especially if you're in this range and you're doing that. It will just get you punished. Another way you can do it as well on the same side is basically doing it in reverse. So instead of doing backwards, you do it forwards. So I quite like this method myself, but I always recommend doing the back motions instead, because when you actually sidestep cancel, the second time you actually want to cancel, you can also fuzzy guard as well. See, kind of like that. If you're being very twitchy like me, then you can actually sidestep and kind of duck at the same time, because your body's kind of trying to duck at the same time. The game does try to pick that up. I digress. So you do the forward motion as well. It's kind of the same motion here. So like this. And it does look like the Korean backdash as well, except for I'm not stopping there. I'm actually going down. And same thing goes, if I can do it properly. Same thing goes for the upward motion as well. So you're going to the back, the foreground. I'm doing this slowly because my stick's being very annoying today. There you go, like that. Now it works for player 2 as well. It's very universal. So the way I've shown you, you can do it this way as well. And you can do this way as well. I prefer this way. This is whenever I'm going to get away from the wall, I'll just do this. Very like that. And you can even do the same thing as well. Going forward. So to summarize, you can do it this way, creating a C here, using my fingers. I'm using these 3 fingers here, and then my thumb to obviously kind of hug the stick. And here I'm just kind of like throwing the stick with these 2. I'm kind of letting rebound but catching it at the same time. It takes muscle memory. You just need to sit and play with it. Or you can do this way as well, which is forwards, but it's more easier because you're kind of, the force is on this side.
All set.
So you can do maybe something like this. Well, my execution is this way, but anyways, you can go for while running mix-ups. I'm not Claudio player, so I don't know. But I say this is probably easier on pad, because all you have to do is kind of slide with your fingers. I don't really have a pad with me at the moment, but that's basically how you would do it. You can also do forward up as well, forward down. Kind of the same thing, really. I'm kind of, with that one, I'm using just that part of the finger. See? There we go. And that's kind of how you do it. Looks a bit complicated. I probably was going a little bit fast, so feel free to play back the video anytime you want, or as much as you need to. There are many ways to do it, like I keep saying, but you just gotta find your way on how to do it. Alright guys, thanks a lot for your time, and I hope you have a good one. Cheers.